We've been ambushed by a Sith battle fleet. The Endar spire is under attack. Hurry up, we don't have much time. I'm Tras Volgo, ensign with the Republic fleet. Now hurry up! We have to find Bastila. Bastila is the commanding officer on the... One of our primary duties is to guarantee her survival in the event of an enemy attack. I heard what everyone's saying about you. You've explored the far... People with your skills and abilities are... I know you're a scout and not a soldier. So hurry up and grab your gear. You need to suit up so we can get out of here. You can move the mouse to the edges of the screen to rotate the camera. Alternately, moving the mouse while holding down the right mouse button will rotate the camera as well. To move towards the footlocker, hold down the right mouse button and face the camera towards it. Then hold down the left mouse button as well to cause the character to run forward. You can left-click on an object to select it. Once the footlocker is selected, left-click on it again to perform the default action and open it. Okay, let's move out. We should stick together. You'll have more success with a party than on your own. Because of the attack, this room is in lockdown. But don't worry, I've got the override codes. You'll have to use me to unlock the door. You always control the leader of the party. You can switch who is the party leader by left-clicking on their portrait in the lower left corner of the screen. Left-click my portrait now to switch me to the party leader, then use me to open the door. Left-click to target the door, then left-click it again with the mouse to open. Now that the door is open, you better take the lead again.
This is Carthonasi. The Sith are threatening to overrun our position. We can't hold out long against their firepower. All hands to the bridge!
That was Karth contacting us on our portable communicators. He's one of the Republic's best pilots. He's seen more combat than the rest of the Endar Spire's crew put together. If he says things are bad, you better believe it. We have to get to the bridge to help defend Bastila. There's a map of the Endar Spire and a copy of Karth's message in your electronic journal, just in case we get separated. You can access your journal, map, and other important menus by clicking on the menu icons in the upper right corner of the screen. You can use the mouse to switch between the menus listed on the tabs at the top of the screen.
On it. Done.
These Sith must be the advanced boarding party for the Republic!
I'm here.
I've got a feeling that won't be our last battle with the Sith. Good thing we have med packs to heal our wounds. It might be a good idea to use one now before our next battle. To use an item like a med pack, or another self-targeting item or power, you'll need to know how to use your action menu. In the lower right of the screen, you'll see a list of icons. This is your action menu. You can select items from this menu by using the mouse. Left-click the icon you want to use to activate that power or item. Clicking on the arrows above and below the icon will cycle to other powers or items in that list. The first icon of the action menu is for friendly force powers. The second is for medical items such as med packs and antidote kits. The third icon is for miscellaneous items such as stimulants and energy shields. The fourth icon is for mines and only appears if you have a mine in your inventory and have the demolition skill. First, left-click on their portrait to take control of the injured character. Use the mouse to look through the medical items in the action menu until you see med pack in the information box. Notice the up and down arrows on this icon. This means you have more than one available option for this icon. You must choose between a med pack and an advanced med pack. Use the mouse wheel to scroll up or down to switch between your med pack and your advanced med pack. Left-click the mouse to use the selected item on the character you currently control. Just remember that you have to actually be hurt for a med pack to work. You can't use it when you're uninjured.
I'm here. Now that must have hurt.
Dark Jedi! This fight is too much for us. We better stay back. All we do is get in the way. That was one of the Jedi accompanying Bastila. Damn, we could have used her help. Bastel is not here on the bridge. They must have retreated to the escape pods. We better head that way too. Sith want Bastila alive, but once she's off the ship, there's nothing stopping them from blasting the Endar spire into galactic dust.
What? Hmm?
There's something behind here. Damn, another Dark Jedi! I'll try to hold him off. You get to the escape pods. Go!
This is Cartho Nassi on your personal communicator. I'm tracking your position through the Endar Spire's life support systems. Bastila's escape pod is away. You're the last surviving crew member on the Endar Spire. Now, I can't wait for you much longer. You have to get to the escape pods. Be careful. There's a whole squad of Sith troopers, and you could reprogram, or you could use...
You've made it just in time. There's only one active escape pod left. Come on, we can hide out on the planet below. I'm a soldier with the Republic, like you. We're the last two crew members left on the Endar Spire. Bastila's escape pod's already gone, so there's no reason for us to stick around here and get shot by the Sith. Now, come on. There'll be time for questions later. Good to see you up instead of thrashing about in your sleep. You must have been having one hell of a nightmare. I was wondering if you were ever going to wake up. I'm Karth, one of the Republic soldiers from the Endar Spire. I was with you in the escape pod. Do you remember? We've been slipping in and out of consciousness for a couple of days now, so I imagine you're pretty confused about things, but try not to worry. We're safe. At least for the moment. We're in an abandoned apartment on the planet of Taris. We were banged up pretty bad when our escape pod crashed, but luckily I wasn't seriously hurt. I was able to drag you away from our crash site and all the confusion, and I stumbled into this abandoned apartment. By the time the Sith arrived on the scene, we were long gone. Taris is under Sith control. Their fleet is orbiting the planet. They've declared martial law. I saw on your service records that you understand there is no way the Republic will be able to get anyone through the Sith. That smack to your head did more damage than I thought. Bastila's the key to the whole Republic. I believe Bastila was on one of the escape pods that crashed out. Bastila is through the Force. Of course there are limits to what she could. The attack on the Endar Spire. I don't. But Bastila's young, and she is... Besides, what's the alternative? I mean, if she's dead. Bastila's gonna need our help. Many of Darth Malik's followers can use the dark side. Nobody will be looking for a couple of common soldiers like us. She's gonna have half the Sith fleet looking. The whole planet is under quarantine. No ships can land or take off. So... While you were out, I did some scouting around. There are reports of a couple of escape pods crashing down into the Undercity. It's probably a good place to start. But the Undercity's a dangerous place. We don't want to go there unprepared, and it won't do Bastila any good if we go and get ourselves killed. I'll tell you whatever I can, though I don't know how much help it'll be. I understand why you want to know more about me. I kind of get the feeling we'll be spending a lot of time together over the next while. But this isn't really the best time for long introductions. We should stay focused on the task at hand. There'll be a time for that later. Everything I know about Malik is pretty much common knowledge. He escaped the trap that killed Darth Revan, his Sith master. With Revan's death, Malik became the new Dark Lord. It's obvious that Malik's a ruthless tyrant who'll crush anyone who stands in his way, just like Revan was. Experience has shown that the Sith won't stop until the Republic lies in ruins. Malik and his Sith don't respect anything except raw, brutal power. It's hard to imagine how someone who used to be a Jedi could become such a monster. Something they formed it, but even... Good idea. We can use this abandoned apartment as a base. We can probably get some equipment and supplies here in the upper city. Just remember to keep a low profile. I've heard some grim stories about the Dark Jedi interrogation techniques. They say the Force can do terrible things to a mind. It can wipe away your memories and destroy your very identity. But I figure if we don't do anything stupid, we should be okay. I mean, after all, they're looking for Bastila, not a couple of grunts like us. All right, soldier, let's move out.
Right, you alien scum. Everybody get up against the wall. This is a raid. That's how we Sith deal with smart-mouthed aliens. Now the rest of you, get up against the wall before I lose my temper again. What's this? Humans hiding out with aliens? They're Republic fugitives! Attack!
Ready.
Una nagkachu, tunukotu. Topada pungwalyagan donago chuchu. Kabachi kuita hotonga. Yalamo inkapun. Jinobambulirani bobo. Kuya. Jawana bota uba.
On it. Done. On it. Done. On it. Done.
Pudu, Tunirama na praka donko searcha.
Tong haitwam jiji jong lumpa. Nita poe tikito. Dolpa da bonkwalea gandonan. Kachikun ita haldonga. Iking kuno bamutong abo. Tag biz tu bonko janshak bulara. Witam boragatong. Mulira. Achuta.
On it. Done.
Who are you? What are you doing? That's no... Well, I suppose you seem like an all-right sort. Well, Holden's a spiteful little hut slug. That's... Goodbye and...
Yes, what's on your mind? Me? Well, I've been a star pilot for the Republic for years. Seen more than my share of wars. I fought in the Mandalorian Wars before all this started. But with all that, I've never experienced anything like the slaughter these Sith animals can unleash. Not even the Mandalorians were that senseless. My homeworld was one of the first planets to fall to Malak's fleet. The Sith bombed it into submission, and there wasn't a damn thing our Republic forces could do to stop it. It shouldn't be my fault. I did everything I could. I followed my orders and did my duty. That shouldn't mean I failed them. I didn't. I know that. I'm not angry at you. Don't think that. I must not be making much sense. You probably mean well with your questions. I'm just not accustomed to talking about my past very much. At all, actually. I'm more used to taking action, keeping my mind focused on the business at hand. So let's just do that. If you have more questions, ask them later.
Hello there. I haven't seen you in... You looking to buy some supplies?
Mostly. What do you mean by that?
The Sith confiscated all my heavy weapons. Just so you... Well... it's not smart to say bad things about the people. I can't say I like having them here in Upper City, but it could be... I don't have anything good to say about those swoop gangs. Zooming around on swoop bikes, terrorizing the lower city like a bunch of animals. Things weren't so bad when the hidden Becks were running the show. The Sith haven't even bothered trying to maintain order. Oh, David's a legitimate businessman, if you get my drift. Smuggling, slaving, extortion. They say he's a member of the Exchange, you know, the big intergalactic criminal organization.
I've heard of the Exchange. Bad organization to cross. But if anyone has blockade-breaking ships, however, it's them.
I have to pay him a protection fee every month, but it's reasonable. And I get most of my inventory through Davik and his suppliers. I'm just smart enough not to ask where it came from, you understand? Davik hates the Sith as much as anybody. The quarantine has put a real dent in his operations, too. But he's keeping a low profile as long as the occupation lasts. Davik stays out of the way, and the Sith don't bother him. The swoop gangs could learn a thing or two from this tidy little arrangement, instead of always going after each other. I heard a couple of pods crash down in the Undercity. I bet the crash sites have already been stripped clean by the Sith, though. Unless the swoop gangs or Davik's men got there first.
I can't believe we couldn't get arena tickets for this match. Now we'll have to watch the duel on the view screen.
Who cares? It's Duncan and Gurlon fighting. It's not like we're gonna miss anything good.
Shh, they're about to start, so quit complaining and just watch the view screen.
Ladies and gentlemen, I draw your attention to the dueling ring. Here, two combatants will battle for your viewing and gambling enjoyment. Now, I hope all your bets are down because we're ready to roll. In this corner, I give you Gurlon Two-Finger. And over here, looking to climb the ranks yet again, is the ever-persistent Deadeye Duncan. Nobody's great surprise, Deadeye is down again. Don't worry, folks. He's just unconscious. As usual, our medics will have him up and about in a bit. Well, that was quick, wasn't it? So I give you the winner, Gurlon Two-Fingers.
Kavatumpa kurpiyeja mokapapa. Siskamicho. Jinkin konopamure rachikum. Tornavum shanunjang tong. Chio. Heto. Hito. Kavatumpa kurpikipuna.
This is for the best.
Ladies and gentlemen, draw your eyes to the center ring. We have a very special presentation in store for you. You've seen him lose night after night after night, but this time he's after fresh meat. In this corner, I give you Deadeye Duncan. And in the other corner, a relative newcomer to the taris dueling scene, emerging from the shadows with no history, no past, and no name, the mysterious stranger! It's over! The fight is over! The mysterious stranger has won! But are any of us surprised? Deadeye losing isn't news. You have to do better than that to impress us, stranger. Ladies and gentlemen, in this corner, one of the greats, a man so tough, even a disfiguring injury couldn't end his career. And in the other corner, a relative newcomer to the taris dueling scene, emerging from the shadows with no history, no past, and no name, the mysterious stranger! Ladies and gentlemen, draw your eyes to the in this corner. One of the greats, a man so tough, even a disfiguring injury couldn't end his career. Ladies and gentlemen, in this corner, one of the greats, a man so tough, even a disfiguring injury couldn't end his career.
I see from your appearance that you're an off-worlder. Still, you're welcome. Do you require... It will just take me a moment.
On it. Done.
What are you doing? Don't go in there. That door is for employees only.
You recognize these soldiers? But how? Unless you're a friend of the Republic. I guess I'd better tell you what's going on. I only hope the Sith don't find out what I've done. Since the space battle overhead, people have been secretly bringing in these Republic soldiers who crash-landed on the planet. I had to take them in. What choice did I have? Their injuries are terrible. Most won't survive. But at least I can make their last days more comfortable. And at least here they're hidden away from the Sith. I hate to imagine what the Sith would do if they discovered these soldiers here. But since their initial questioning, the Sith have not returned, so it may be my fears are unfounded. I'm afraid there's nothing more anyone can do for these soldiers. Now, if you'll excuse me, I should return to the front in case anyone comes in needing medical attention. Welcome back. The terrible affliction has plagued Taris for many generations. It is spread by the rat ghouls, horrible monsters that live in the Undercity below Taris's great skyscrapers. Prolonged exposure to the Undercity breeds the disease, and those infected will eventually mutate into rat ghouls themselves, becoming mindless beasts that feed on the flesh of others. There is no antidote for the disease, though I heard the Republic scientists at the military base here on Taris were close to perfecting a cure. Then the Sith arrived. They overran the military base, and now they refuse to allow anyone access to the laboratories inside. The Sith are keeping all the serum for the patrols they send into the Undercity. If I could just get my hands on a sample of that serum, the rat ghoul disease could be wiped from the face of Taris forever. I don't see how that's going to happen. I suppose, but I doubt a patrol. Goodbye.
Davik says you missed your last pay. So, hold on. Uh-huh.
I'm here.
Thank you.
Uh-huh. What? On it. Done.
Just move along. There's nothing to see here. Where did you hide those Sith uniforms? Did you sell them to the Tarisian underground? Start talking. I want answers.
He offered to. He endured it out. And was it good? And he behind Borussia. When now for the Tufta.
You're a little too curious for your own good, civilian. This doesn't concern you.
I know all about Sith interrogations. This isn't going to end well.
I'm getting sick of your lies, you alien scum. We've got your ugly mug and a security tape from the base. Start talking before I splatter your slimy brains all over this room.
Uh-oh. I think the commander's losing his temper. I'm glad I'm out of here. It took me an hour to clean the bloodstains from my uniform after the last interrogation. Just stay out of this if you know what's good for you. What was that? Did I hear you right? Let us kill him? How can you stop us? Time to teach this civilian the penalty for defying the Sith.
Ready. How'd you like that? Let's go!
What?
Pustakel teeth. And now for the Tufta. Tufta dan Kelva. Tudun Tufblakvan. Puntasta Hielfa. And now. Puftak.
What?
I'm here.
What?
I'm here. On it. Done.
You're... if you want to...
On it. Done.
Please. You mean...
You're a little too... I'm getting... Just stay out of this if you know what's good for you.
Let's go!
What? On it. Done. What?
You're one of them Sith, ain't you? My mommy says I'm not supposed to talk to you.
Please, don't hurt me. I'm just a simple merchant. I don't want anything.
What is this this planet coming to, huh? Slummy's just walking around the upper city.
Shouldn't you go to the lower says you belong, Slummy?
Oh, this is rich.
Yeah, like he said. These streets are for upper city citizens. You better get out of the way if you know what's good for you.
A drink? Hey! For a Slummy, you ain't so bad. Come on, boys. This Slummy's pie in the next round.
No way, forget it. No more drinks. We're laying enough as it is.
Yeah. I guess you're right. Maybe next time, Slummy. Come on, fellas, let's go.
Uh-huh.
Greetings and good day. Greetings and good day. I hope you're patrolling the Earth's realm today. All hail the Sith.
Listen to me, people. There is a terrible scourge sweeping our planet.
Pudu, Tony Rama na ni baj.
I'm here. What? What?
Uh-huh.
Another patrol, Ed. You better watch.
Uh-huh.
What?
What?
What?